Hello, this is Alexio Zella, and today I will pick, gut, and reassemble this Lock ProSeries 6121 to meet the requirements for Greenbelt set by Lockpickers United. This is my first time making a lockpicking video, or any YouTube video, but let's see how it goes. Here is the key. I think it's a pretty old lock. Key looks a bit worn, perhaps. It does go to this lock. The shackle is unsprung. It's not key retaining. But let's put this in the device and get to it. Let's zoom in a bit. I will be using I've seen other YouTubers, most of the videos I've seen, they pick with 15 thousandths from the bottom of the keyway, but I don't have one, so I'm going to use the Sparrow's offset hybrid in 25 thousandths with this tensioner. It's just a southward tensioner, and 50 thousandths bottom of keyway, because I'll need the top of the keyway for the picking. Second pin, I think, is set. Third pin. I think that's at the fourth pin. I think that's the fifth pin. I think that's at the first pin, but something must not be right. Third pin, I think I just reset, must have dropped. And there's the fourth pin, and this is open. Let's zoom out before I mess this up, getting out of frame. Alright, so now for the hard part, the gutting and the reassembly. So, to get this, we'll just use this hex key for a screw down in the shackle. I think it's a 7/64 hex key, maybe. Let's get this vise out of the way, don't need that anymore. Okay. Here's the screw. Take this cover off. So, for this purpose, I purchased a Sparrow's gut wrench to remove the C-clip, but it turns out don't need that, because this particular lock, according to the Master Lock technical manual, prior to mid-2001, they didn't have a C-clip on these. They had a crimped, what do you call it? It was retained with this crimp in the I need to learn the terms, but if you turn at 90 degrees, it can get past past that. Then similarly, I bought some nice plug followers. I was planning to use this 398 thousandths plug follower, but it can't get in there because of that crimp. So I just got a dowel 3/8 inch, sanded it down a little bit, and that's what I will be using. I've gutted this one enough that I'm not going to use a shim. Famous last words, but we'll see. Just need to make sure not to drop a pin into the 6th chamber that doesn't have any. There's a 6th chamber here that doesn't have any pin stack in it. Let's see, you can see here that the key pins are the proper orientation. Let's get a pinning tray out. One, 2, 3. Oops, there's pin 4. Pin 5. Have these reverse action tweezers. I've been liking them. I haven't tried standard ones, but I do like the reverse action on these. Alright. Then let's get the driver pins and the springs out. It's my understanding the orientation on spool pins, these are just 5 spool pins. It's my understanding the orientation doesn't matter. Let me know if that's not the case though. When I was learning to pick this lock, I was using way too much force with the pick. I think I probably ended up bending this pick a little bit, but I bent it back. I think I was just trying to overset the pins way too much, but I ended up progressive pinning it, which seems like overkill for a lock like this, but that helped me realize that if the pin felt like it didn't want to be pushed, then probably just doesn't want to be pushed. I don't think it matters which spring goes where, but try to get some of these springs out. Okay. So yeah, there's nothing special about the plug or about. I need to remind myself what this piece is called. There's the Bible, but nothing too special other than the crimped core or the crimped retainer. The pins. Let me try to get you a good look at these. They're falling all over the place, but it's just 5 standard key pins and 5 spool driver pins. Okay, well that's the lock picked and gutted. I'm going to try to reassemble the same take if I can. I will start with the springs, then the driver pins, and the key pins, just basically backwards from how I disassembled it. Let's see. This last one, put on from the back. All right. It's nice that the springs in this one stay in the Bible, so I can just don't have to worry about nicking them with my fall over here. I'll put in pin 5 this way. Oops. There we go. And then I'll put in the others from the front. Follower's not quite as snug as it could be, but certainly gets the job done. I don't think they probably don't sell the proprietary follower that was phased out in mid-2001. The technical manual says they phased it out in favor of the C-clip to improve the tolerances, so maybe that explains why this lock was so easy to pick. Okay. Got the driver pins in there, that's the hard part. Get these key pins in. Haven't dropped anything on the floor yet, so that's always a good thing when we're cutting and reassembling. I have spare springs for. Spoke too soon almost. Did it drop out of frame? Looks like it dropped out of frame, but it's still on the table. I have extra springs for this lock from a prior mishap, but hopefully we won't end up needing those. Okay, so have to make sure to have this the right way so I can turn it properly to get it past the crimp. Okay, that's looking good. And there it is. Well, now that I'm thinking about it, we didn't actually got this lock completely earlier. Gotta give you your money's worth. I'll try to take the shackle and the actuator out too. There's the actuator, the ball bearings. The shackle just comes out. Oops, sorry. There we go. Slide that back in. Pop the ball bearings in. Try to get them the right way. Slide in that actuator. Yeah. Not sure if that's all the way in or not. We will soon see. It's not all the way in. You know, I'm not sure if we can get it all the way in until we might have to unlock this lock first. There we go. I don't know if you could see that, but when we unlocked the lock, it and popped the shackle. It let the actuator drop a little further. Well, you know, it's still not all the way in there, though. There! Okay. That's right. It needs to be locked for the actuator to move in and out. So now it's all the way in there. Of course, with it locked, we can't put the screw back in, so then we do have to unlock it. I'll drop this in to receive the screw. Take our hex key. If I can find the hole for it. Come on. We're so close. Who knew the hardest part of this process would be getting the hex key into the hole. There we go. I think I got it. Alright. And there we have it. The Master Lock ProSeries 6121 picked, gutted, and reassembled. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.